This is going to be a quick video because I don't have that much time. I don't get back started till tomorrow, February 1st. But what I want to say to everybody here is, number one, I'm going to say it for the slow folks in the back. I ain't doing that necessarily think Brian Kohberger is guilty. Okay? Got it? Good. Anyways, when it comes to this situation, I do, from experience, understand that public defenders, they work for the state. And I get so tired of hearing you motherfuckers say, Ann Taylor is great, Ann Taylor is this, Ann Taylor is that. Ann Taylor works for the state. I guarantee you, Ann Taylor, right now, and later down the line, well, probably not right now, will try to get Brian Kohberger to sign a plea bargain. That is what public defenders do. You understand? Why don't you Google right now and look up public defenders and their plea bargain percentages compared to private lawyers? Do you see the point? Trust me, just because you want Brian Kohberger or you believe Brian Kohberger is innocent, much like myself, does not mean that the public defender is really on Brian Kohberger's side. And I keep hearing you guys say, look at all the great work Ann Taylor's doing. What great work is that? Name me one, two, give me 5 things. And you can't even give me one piece of great work that Ann Taylor has done as a lawyer. She hasn't done anything. She hasn't filed for change of venue, which she needs to do. That is number one. A change of venue is the best thing that could happen to Brian Kohberger. That is number one. Number two, Ann Taylor makes $8,000 a week. This is far more than she's ever made in any period of time in her life. Now let me ask you, if you made $8,000 a week and it was a substantial raise on the amount that you were making, wouldn't you try to drag it out for years at a time? I keep hearing people like you, I keep hearing all you people in the audience say murder cases take years. No, they don't. No, they don't. Some do. Some do. But let me explain what happens in those cases. There's a lot of continuances. There's a lot of, but in cases like this, let me explain this to you. And when it comes to a murder case, usually there's a substantial amount of evidence that comes in and out. Now, granted, there's a gag order and we don't know what exists and what doesn't. But the truth of this is, your typical murder case does not take 3 or 4 years. I know you're going to say this is a difficult one. Is it? Prosecution doesn't seem to think so. The so-called evidence seems very clear, according to the prosecution. Now, I don't agree with that evidence. I think it's all circumstantial, which makes it even easier to try, even easier to defend. The reality of this is, as my point is it is a red flag that, see, a lot of you guys say Brian Kohberger should be yelling from the rooftops. It's not possible. But what Brian Kohberger should be doing, particularly if he is educated in law, is to say, hey, I'm being misrepresented. This isn't good. And he should, at the very least, file a motion himself for a change of venue. Now, here's the thing. I know a lot of you are saying, well, he's already stuck. He's already stuck. He's already waived his fast and speedy. If he got a new lawyer, it would take even longer. That's a valid point. I'm not saying that's not. But the point of this is that Brian Kohberger currently is being represented by a public pretender. All of you people that's riding Ann Taylor's dick, you have no clue. You've never been down the road. You've never faced trial with a public defender in comparison to a actual lawyer. Public defenders work for the state. It's that simple. And I know you're saying, yeah, but this case could boost Ann Taylor's career. And it has already. But let me explain something to you when it comes to public defenders. People that work for the state like to work for the state. You understand? Once you're a statist, once you're a ratchet man for the state, you like to continue down that path because that's what leads you to political aspirations. And you guys that don't know that, just because you're completely ignorant of this all. You don't learn that sitting on your couch with ho-hos and ding-dongs oozing through your fingers, watching court TV. You don't learn that. You learn that through experience. Now, I had someone ask me, what makes you think that a drunken YouTuber knows more than Ann Taylor? Well, my degrees, my IQ, my experience, all of this. If you must know. But here's the truth. I actually don't think I know more than Ann Taylor. I think Ann Taylor is doing exactly what Ann Taylor planned to do. Do you understand what I'm saying? The question isn't whether I know more than Ann Taylor. The question is do I have Brian Kohberger's interest in mind more than Ann Taylor? And the answer is yes. Ann Taylor is doing the smart, genius, and exact thing she's supposed to do for her. See, what I want is what's right and smart for the charged, the guy that's innocent until proven guilty. But you guys believe anyone attached to Brian Kohberger is pro-Kohberger. If you believe Ann Taylor is truly pro-Kohberger, then you have no clue what the fucking law or any of this is. You're a dummy, flat out. A cherry-filling, oozing finger dummy. At the end of the day, a public defender does not work for you. At the end of the day, the public defenders work for the state. And you can ask any real lawyer that question, and they will agree with me 1,000%. That is the truth. Anyways, that's your video for today. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. I got some shit to do.